This is our workshop about soil health.
A sufficient balance of nutrients is very important for plant growth in the soil. Plants take up a lot of macronutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and through crop cultivation, we kind of strip the soil of these macronutrients. Farmers at a large scale use chemical fertilizers to kind of cheat the system and expedite this process and kind of juice up their soil a little bit.
But what happens when those same nutrients enter fresh and salt water? Studies have actually shown that up to 65% of chemical fertilizers wash off when it rains. That means that instead of soaking into the soil, they're going into Narragansett Bay. When nitrogen and phosphorus enter water, it causes a lot of problems. When nitrogen enters salt water, it causes fish die-offs and algae blooms. Phosphorus is more of a problem in fresh water. In Narragansett Bay, the water's brackish. That means there's salt water from the ocean and fresh water from further upstream. And that means that we really have to be careful about both nitrogen and phosphorus.
So we have this issue where plants need nutrients, but the most widely used fertilizers are causing this environmental detriment for our waterways and for our oceans. Our task then is to balance the needs of our plants and soil with the needs of the ocean, and compost is an amazing place to start. So not only does it have a great capacity to hold and fully disperse nutrients, it also has an amazing capacity to hold water. So compost increases the water retention of soil. And this is important because all the nutrients that are inside of the soil won't get washed away when there's a storm or heavy rainfall, unlike fertilizer, which does just get washed away. So rainwater can be held and absorbed over time rather than running off into waterways and taking all the excess nutrients with it. Much of this has to do with the organic matter content of compost and how it increases organic matter of soil over time. This is essentially recreating what naturally happens in the natural world, which is nutrient exchange. Whereas fertilizer only temporarily increases the nutrients in soil, compost has an additive and regenerative quality. Compost is alive and a life-giving resource for humans, soil, and oceans alike.